everybody, it's Campfire Trish, and I'm coming at you from my front yard actually today. Well, today is wrapping up, this video is wrapping up the last video of my Thanksgiving recipe series, my first annual Thanksgiving recipe series. And if you've missed the previous videos, that's okay. I'm going to post them in the link, the description. We've done baked brie as an appetizer. We've done acorn squash. We've had one of our favorites, pumpkin pie. And then today, we're just post Thanksgiving, and I'm sure lots of you have a ton of leftovers, because at least in my household, we always have a ton of leftovers. And there's something to say about a good old turkey sandwich, but after a while, that turkey sandwich gets a little old. and you might have a ton of turkey to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with. It's great to freeze. Again, it's great for sandwiches, but today I'm going to be doing my last recipe is going to be a turkey and rice soup. And I'm going to be using some leftovers from the holiday because they got to get out of my house. I don't got room for them anymore. But soup's a great option, especially in the colder weather. And yep, that's what we're going to do. So here's coming turkey and rice soup. Oh, and I'm making it not on the campfire today. It's rainy. It's gross. It's going to be on my stovetop. But every single thing I'm doing, all of it, is so easy to do right on the Dutch oven, either over a fire or on the coals. So it's perfect. Do it. Try it. Here are the supplies and ingredients I'm going to be using today. I have leftover turkey. I have some chopped up onion, and then leftover veggie platter, carrots and celery. I have the broth that I made from the bones, as you can see here. And then I have some rice and some heavy whipping cream. I have some bouillon just in case I need it. I've got some spices in case I need it. And I'm going to be throwing a little bit of olive oil into the pan to cook up the veggies. All right. So I can see that my oil is starting to ripple. So I'm going to go ahead and just add all the vegetables. Into the pot. Give them a little swirl in the pool. Isn't that pretty? Look at those pretty colors. Nice fall colors, right? Let them cook until they start to soften some. As this is starting to cook, I'm just going to add a little bit of seasoning, not a lot, just a smidgen. I know my turkey's very well seasoned along with my broth, so I don't want to do too much. It's starting to already smell pretty good. I love the smell of cooking onions. Alright, so the onions are starting to get translucent, and so is the celery. The carrots are going to take longer to cook, obviously, but that's going to be cooking with the broth. I'm going to just add the turkey now. If you want, you can add some flour. You could have added flour to the previous step right before you add the turkey for a thicker broth. Let me see how much this is. So this is what was picked, some turkey breast itself, and then also what was picked off the bones while the broth was making. And I'm going to go ahead and add the homemade broth. Look how thick and delicious that looks. Add a little bit of water to this. Let me just stir. As that homemade broth heats up, it will liquefy. Look at that already. Let this simmer. Might add a little bit more broth. I'm sorry, I said broth, I mean water. Just a little. And I'm gonna let, like I said, I'm gonna let this simmer for a little bit. And then I'm going to come back and give the broth a taste to see if I need to add any additional flavor profiles. Okay, we'll be back in just a bit. Alright, so I'm going to give this a little taste. I just want to taste my broth to see if it needs anything. Pretty good. I think we're good. Alright, so we've got the soup simmering now, and I'm going to go ahead and add the rice. I had purchased wild rice for this, and by golly, I have not been able to put my hands on it since I bought it. But who knows, a gremlin must have taken it home with them. You know, Halloween was a month ago, so it's been bought since before Halloween, so I think gremlins came and got it. But this is just regular jasmine rice, and I'm just gonna let that cook up and do its thing as well. Alright, so I just checked some of the rice and it is almost done. See how it's plumping up there? It's almost done. So I'm going to go ahead and add my heavy whipping cream. I'm just going to guesstimate. I'm going to put in whatever I think looks about right. Let's see what that looks like when I stir it. Now, depending on how much liquid you like in your soup, you can add more or less. If you want it more like a thick chowder, you don't have to add as much liquid. I'm going to add a little bit more liquid. I tend to like a thinner soup. I'm actually going to just add all of that whipping cream there. I tend to like a thinner soup. Plus you can make it stretch for lots of leftovers. So that looks really good, and that rice is definitely looking good. So I'm going to let this heat up, and by the time the milk heats up, it should be ready. Alright, so I think this might be done. Let's ladle it out. This. Yum. Oh. There we go. Let's give this a try. All right, let's give this a try. Smells delicious. It's really hot. Really, really, really hot. Do not burn your mouth. This is really good. I'm gonna try a carrot. Here's one of those carrots. I'm always worried about the carrots because they take longer to cook, but perfect. They're soft, they're tender. It's really good. I think, honestly, this is probably one of the best turkey soups I've made. And I bet it would have been perfect with some like crusty bread to dip in there. That would have been really tasty. I also think that the homemade broth was the kicker because I did not have to add any additional seasoning because it was awesome. And I should give credit. Main Squeeze actually helped make that. So he added all the seasoning, he let it reduce. It was probably on the stove for how long, Main Squeeze? About 3 hours. It's delicious. It was perfect. Perfect. Probably the best homemade broth that has ever been made in this household, honestly, because I don't have the knack for it. So he's going to be doing it from now on. But again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm hoping you're getting to relax and enjoy your post-Thanksgiving kind of mellowing, relaxing before perhaps the rest of the holidays start ramping up for you. But until next time, be on the lookout next week for the first video of my holiday recipe selection. So it's gonna be good. Until then, bye.